What are you doing?
We're going to do Christmas. I'm making chocolate mousse for Christmas dinner. You're making a documentary of me making chocolate mousse.
I already put the turkey in.
When I'm long gone, you'll be able to make mousse by looking at this. I know we have eggs because Mom made hard-boiled eggs this morning because she was hungry and I got to have two. And she had 3 hard-boiled eggs. A lot of people don't like hard-boiled eggs, but they're misunderstood. It's actually a fine food. If you don't have a cholesterol problem, that is. Some I don't like having the shell go all over the place, so I put the garbage right there. It's my odd way of being. Now, I made a mistake by putting that egg in. I will not put another in. You know why? Because it used to be when I made this recipe that a lot of the time it didn't work. And we didn't know why. Half cup sugar, honey? We didn't know why it wouldn't work often when I made it.
That's mine.
Would you rather I not use it?
No, you can use it as a joke.
So we couldn't figure out why most of the time the chocolate... You weren't facing me. Why so often it didn't work when we made this recipe. Finally I figured out why it was failing. We thought it was that we were using the wrong milk, it wasn't creamy enough, too much alcohol, which is an optional ingredient that I don't use because the kids are having some. But for adults I would. But it wasn't those things. So all those things I thought it was not. What turned out to be is that the hot milk wasn't hot enough to melt the chocolate because we don't put the chocolate over a flame, we just put it in the blender. So what happens is I found out, even if I made the milk really hot, if I put all 3 eggs in, like I just put 1 egg in, that was a mistake. The egg is cold because it's not room temperature, we took it out of the fridge. So
you have to temper it.
But because I didn't, because everything is cold, right? The sugar isn't really warm and it broke down the hotness of the milk too fast. So now I get all the stuff together. I got the 3 eggs. I have the chocolate chips that are going to go in. I have the sugar. That's very important to put the milk in to melt when it's really hot, to melt the chocolate chips. By the way, nobody knows how easy this is to make. Everybody thinks this is really a hard recipe because it tastes so good. But the truth is that it's super easy. What's hard is not eating all the chips.
Daddy!
Yum.
Is that the milk?
No, milk's in here. Take a microwave and make milk.
Hey, I can see the camera.
Now, my guess is the milk isn't hot enough. No. It didn't burn me. If it doesn't burn me, it's not hot enough. I have to go, ah! So the key is, if you don't make it hot enough, it doesn't melt the chocolate, you don't have chocolate mousse. So it's got to be hot enough to burn.
Why don't you just melt the chocolate?
The recipe didn't say to melt the chocolate. And find the recipe. I got the recipe from Karen Thornton. But then she got married to a guy, Bob Finzi, so her name became Karen Finzi. Now she's married to another guy, I forget his first name, but his last name is Luna, so now she's Karen Luna. And we haven't talked in a long time. It's her recipe. We're going to her house in a couple of weeks.
What?
You get to meet her.
Really?
She also has a recipe for a chocolate cheesecake that is to die for. Chocolate cheesecake out of this world.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
And she's going to tell me how to make this. So she had some chocolate magazines she used to get that had these amazing chocolate recipes. I'm in the 3rd minute. That's hot, but not hot enough. 40 seconds more. There you go. It's really hot. Okay, that's pretty hot.
Put cold water on it.
Very hot. Nice, like the sound effects. Years later, when I have the scars, I'll remember what made it happen. The milk's not that hot, but the ceramic is. I need better microwave dishes. Okay. Don't want this to crack, I'm just going to leave it out here.
Uh-oh.
Let's get it ground up, Stat. Melt. Get it melted. I love doing this. Yum. Smells great.
You already have one egg in there.
I know. Yum, yum. Okay, now that it's really melted, I'm going to add the sugar.
How can
Now-
you add more sugar even though there's tons of sugar in the chocolate?
Well, it's bittersweet chocolate, so it has less chocolate than people are used to. If it were just me eating it, I wouldn't add more sugar. I don't need sugar, but everybody else does. Let me tell you something. Just today, my lovely wife made some new things. She got some new things. She got this high-end chocolate. Look, super high-end chocolate, 88% cocoa, and she hated it because it has so little sugar. I love it. Mmm. But it tastes like you're eating charcoal butter. Not charcoal, but no sugar. People like sugar. But I don't need sugar, though. I'm not going to put the rest in because...
Oh, it's sunk. I said, oh, it's sunk.
No shell. That can win the whole thing. Alright. Alright. You don't want the... Now we got it. See how simple that is? Now I'm going to crank it up. Get that air in. Gets more air in, right? The more you blend it. The bird doesn't like it. Chocolate kills birds. Okay.
If only.
The hard work is now done. Now we take it out. We have the hot, it's hot to the top. Do you want to feel that?
No.
Okay, it's hot. Because I made that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it in to this bowl. I think I'll make two. Make two about equal. Oh, I needed two. I wanted to fit in one. And some people like to lick the blender, but I just don't have the time. And I know there's going to be so much chocolate, because this is a lot of chocolate. Okay, so now, it's pretty obvious what we're going to do. This does no good in liquid form.
Hold on, go ahead.
I could actually drink it, and that would be pretty good. And not as good as when it gets that nice, creamy consistency. I'm gonna get the other one. Hold on. It's really exciting if this is all I do. Everything else Kathy does. So I'm done. I get to watch football, be lazy all day, and the wife has to do all the work.
Not completely true. I think I'll also make the sweet potato
Chips. It's a new tradition. Instead of a sweet potato mashed, not so sure my wife likes this idea, sweet potato chips. Because whenever we make sweet potato chips, everybody eats them all and loves them and says, yum, yum, it couldn't be better. That's what we're after. Okay, so the chocolate mousse is done. The hard part is cleaning, of course.